Did my Yeti pick all that up?
It did.
Me drinking? Mm-hmm. There's nothing more romantic or macho than a guy just chugging liquids and hearing it gurgle and slosh down his throat. That's where champions are made, Reese. Reese, I don't know if you've ever been a champion.
I haven't.
I don't know if you've ever been on a sports I don't know if you play sports, Reese. I don't. And if you did, I don't know if you were any good. I don't know if you won trophies or ribbons. Because participation medals didn't exist when we were children. You
They
either
actually
won
did.
or you lost.
Sometimes you participated.
You didn't get a trophy, though. Unless you participated on a championship team.
True.
Like if you were the weak link, if you were the last guy on the bench, yes, you would still get a trophy. But nonetheless, I don't even know where we're going. We're starting on the paid portion. You guys, thanks so much. Thanks, paid people.
Joe, you were going well with it.
Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about being a champion in sports.
Yes. So when you're a champion in sports, sometimes you win the championship, and then after you do that, you've sported, and so you're thirsty, and then you drink water
From a pickle and boot shop purified source.
Yeah. Yep. Our seal of approval. You know what we should do? We should have a seal of approval that is a seal. Like just a mammal, a seal. Are seals mammals?
Yes, of course they are.
And we'll be like, this is our seal, and his name's of approval. And then he'll do the clapping thing. He'll clap his fins and like bounce his belly, maybe honk a horn. And that's our seal of approval.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I love it. Love it.
Think about that.
So speaking of sports,
Yeah.
you put on your list, do you have hobbies other than music, sports? Question mark. Fun stuff on tour. Oh, that's a different one. Question mark.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I was just wondering, because I think we talked earlier, like what would we do on a tour bus? Like what would we do on the tour bus to like pass time? And another thing I wanted to ask you, so not necessarily on the tour bus, not a traveling thing to pass time, but just a hobby. So if you, like Kyle, I'll use Kyle for an example. What Kyle would do is whenever we got to a city, in the beginning, for the first part of the Insiders, he would skateboard everywhere.
Yeah.
And then Kyle got into hockey. And so he combined his love of skateboarding with his love of hockey. And we would show up in cities and he would play like street hockey with kids who were like in rollerblades playing street hockey. And he would play on his skateboard.
I remember this.
Yes. It was odd. God bless his heart. It was weird. Those around him thought it was weird. You know, it would be like if you're out on the court playing basketball and all of a sudden someone shows up on a horse. And it's like, hey, I want to play the sport that you guys love and are playing, but I'm going to play it on a horse. It would be weird to then pick teams and like, okay, well, we got Reese, and Reese is riding a steed, and now you're dribbling a basketball from on the back of a horse. Like, it's weird, but this is what Kyle would do. Kyle was weird, and so he would play hockey on a skateboard with people.
It's that unique go-get-'em spirit that made him such a successful entrepreneur when he moved to Indiana.
Yeah.
He could knock it out of the park. I vaguely remember him doing this hockey on a skateboard thing.
Yeah. So he would do skate. He would do
He had
skateboard
hockey gloves
Yep.
and a hockey stick, and he was serious.
Yes. And then the last part of the Insiders, he would golf. So whatever city we would go to, if we were in Chicago and then the next night we were in St. Louis, he would call ahead, and I think we've talked about it before on the program. Oh, I just sounded like my grandmother on the program.
Before all the advertisements got in there.
Yeah, for Lake Wobegon. And Garrison Keillor, Lake Wobegon. My grandma loved some Garrison Keillor. I love Garrison Keillor. Those things are great. But anyway, so he would call ahead to whatever city, and we've talked about it before. Like we have show runners, like runners. So if you get somewhere and you're like, oh crap, I need underwear, I need socks. There's somebody there with a car to take you to Walmart, wherever you need to go, and they're called runners. Well, Kyle would have runners set up at like 6 a.m. So some college kid had to get up out of bed. And there were cell phones around at this time, but some college kid had to get up out of bed. Kyle was calling promoters insistently on like a Tuesday morning, and these
To get a
runners,
ride to the golf course?
yes, that's like before Uber, all that stuff. And Kyle was spending money left and right on these great golf courses like all over the country. Like he was trying to play like amazing golf courses. So he brought his clubs. It was just him. So like he would go to a golf course and then get like put in a foursome. So like, here's like 2 guys that are coming to like play, or 3 guys, and then Kyle gets in with them. And so again, bless his heart, he would go around all over the country and he would golf. And so like that was one of the hobbies that he did on tour. He was playing skateboard hockey, or he was golfing. Are there things that you did, or even now, are there things that over time like you've gotten into? What were your hobbies? What would you do on tour other than music?
On tour, I mean, we talked about this, that we would play GoldenEye a ton. And we had, like a Nintendo 64, and then we had that first generation PlayStation that Saki got a chip put in for us. There was some game on there. He downloaded some like Japanese like games, and there was one game, and it was like what's this game that people play on their phones with all the jewels that come down, and like you have to make
like
patterns?
Bejeweled or Candy Crush or something?
Yeah. So all those games were based off of this Japanese game, and Saki had gotten it, and he would be like playing against each other. So once you cleared a line, it would drop on your neighbor. And so if you could keep clearing them, you'd win, because your neighbor would get buried with all the jewels.
Yeah.
And then like characters, like kind of like really girly, cutesy looking versions of the characters from like Street Fighter would come out. That's who your characters were. And then like they'd do a finishing move, but it was cute because it was like anime and cute. That's what this game was. We played it all the time. I got to figure out what it was called.
Yeah. I'm interested.
Yeah. And then we got an Xbox. We played Halo tons. We would play Halo at Saki's, where you could daisy chain them together with an Ethernet cable. Yep. Before you could go online and play, you would do that, and you could get 8 people to play, or he would get some dude from his church to come over, so we'd have 12. Yeah. And create your own network and then play Halo. That was super cool.
Yeah, we used to do that too.
So hobbies, man, I don't. I mean, like I had hobbies back in the day. Like I would draw and paint, but mostly like on tour, like I could just draw. But I was always trying to like do a side hustle. So like my side hustle for a long time was trying to do graphic design, which I went to school for. I didn't technically go to school for. I just picked up. I went to school for art, like it was my minor. But then I figured out I had learned Photoshop and Illustrator and some other like graphic programs.
Yeah.
So I was always working on our shirts or trying to get other bands to buy shirt designs from me. But I was not the best at business, so I wouldn't just be like, I was always trying to get a portfolio. So I'd always be like, hey, here's a shirt I made for you guys. What do you think? And they'd be like, it's cool. Maybe it needs this. And then I'd go back to the drawing board and stuff.
Yeah.
5 Iron, I would design most of the shirts because we were cheap. They would just be like, I just figured out that like if I gave them 3 shirts to choose from, they would pick one and then we'd make a shirt.
Okay.
So a lot of our stuff looks the same because I made it.
No, like what about, so I gave the example of like Kyle. Did anybody else in the band have any hobbies that weren't like music related, or just how I said, like Kyle every city would go golfing or he would skateboard. Like did you have guys that would do that? Like were people in 5 Iron, or was it you pulled up, you tuned your instruments, you changed strings, you changed drum heads, you sound checked, you hung out together, you know, repeat the next day?
Yeah, it was a lot of that. Like we did go through we all played disc golf a lot. Not all of us, but definitely Keith and I and Andy and Brad.
I remember that. Like, I remember that time when you were doing it, because that's when you came here to Detroit. You came here to Detroit and you were like, hey, do you guys have any Frisbee golf? And there's tons in this area. Mm-hmm. Tons of places.
Which was cool on tour because you get to play a lot of really cool courses and it's free. You know, like you just buy your discs. So you invest like $50 and you've got pro level equipment and you just have to go to a park and do it. So we would do that a lot. Like we went on a tour. Who did we go out with? It might have just been like us going around. I think Keith booked it and it was like us just playing with local bands, but it was kind of just to get out and play disc golf. I remember like throwing down some hill in Nevada and having to go get I went off the course and I just like fell in about 800 cactuses. You know, we would just do that. We did. Trying to think what else. Like, I remember with Roper, I got this idea from being on the Warped Tour with 5 Iron was I brought a grill and then we would just we would have the promoter buy some frozen burgers or steaks and stuff, and it was like a $20 you buy at the grocery store grill. But we were just like, you know, what'd be cool is just to have a cookout every once in a while. So every once in a while we'd do it, or we'd run by the grocery store and pick out some burgers and stuff, and we'd just sit out in the back of the trailer, park at a hotel, and sit out in the back and grill.
Oh, that's kind of rad.
It was pretty cool. If it would have been better had we had a better grill. This thing was kind of ghetto. It was like one of those teeny ones.
Yeah. And
it was always spilling in the trailer. So ash would get all over. Let's see. Andy would skateboard a lot. Like he would bring his skateboard and skate. Like, he was legit. He is legit still. Like, he could probably drop into a pool. But I had a longboard that I picked up on the Sky Against Racism tour, and mostly I would use it just to get to places. Like, because, you know, like on those tours, you'd end up playing at a bunch of churches in the suburbs. So they might have runners, they may not. Sometimes the runners were doing like serious work and they don't want to take you to Starbucks. So I just like go with my backpack and I'd sit in the Starbucks and write poetry, or I'd work on writing stuff. Not really a hobby, kind of.
So, like looking back, are there hobbies or things that you like wish you would have done? Well, I guess one of the things that like I wish I would have done is in all the cities, you know, so many times it was us getting there, setting up, tearing down, playing, and you leave. So like I can say I've been to Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia 3 times. I've never seen the Liberty Bell. I've never seen like where they signed the Declaration of Independence. You know, like that's one of the things that I wish I would have done. And like, if I had like a consulting firm for young bands or people going out on tour,
you'd say that you'd set up the tour so that they could go see the Liberty Bell.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That when your career is done, yes, you played these places, but you got to see all these cool things. You know, you go to Philadelphia, you get a cheesesteak, you get to see the Liberty Bell, you get to see the Rocky statue. I mean, I'm sure you could do all that stuff in like an hour or two, you know? And we all know how it is. Like you pull in your tour bus, you sit on your tour bus for 8 hours until show.
Yeah.
You know? You sound check for 15 minutes, and then catering, they're like, all right, it's, you know, 11 or 12 in the afternoon, like catering will be out at 5, and you have nothing to do, and you sit around and you just do nothing. It'd be great to be able, like, that's what I wish we could have done is in a few places, like every now and then you'd get to do something really cool. But it could have been every day.
Yeah, not every day. We did do that. Like, usually it would involve food. Like, you'd be like,
yes.
Hey, we got to go get good dim sum. We're hitting Philadelphia next week. Let's go to the Chinatown. Or whatever, like a moderate amount of sightseeing. But like New York City, be like, yeah, we're going to get tickets and be on Conan. So Brian, you know, the trumpet player in my band?
Yeah.
Well, Brian and I went to see Conan O'Brien.
See, he's drinking that water from the Pickle and Boot filtration system.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would do that stuff, especially in other countries. You know, like Canada. We played Toronto, and we like made a beeline to go to Niagara Falls and see it from the Canada side, and then go play the show. But like, this is the problem with 5 Iron is I felt like I still get like this. It triggers something in me. And I think it's from just the way I grew up. So I got to unpack a lot of this shit in therapy, but like a lot of feelings of like I have to survive get triggered by being on the road, where I'll just be like, I need a bigger bag, or I need a bag with more pockets so I can fit more stuff in there just in case something goes wrong. I need like, do I have a compass? Like, I need this. We can talk about this on another podcast.
So you could go into like an army surplus place and spend $3,000.
Easy. Like, I could have that stuff at home. Same stuff, and when I get out on the road, once I start traveling, I enjoy it. I enjoy the traveling, but like, you saw me, man. I would have a backpack full of shit. I would have my laptop, a zip drive, a camera, 5 rolls of film. There'd be a backup pair of underwear in there. Like there'd be a toothbrush. There'd be all kinds of stuff. Because being on tour would just trigger that for me. And
Jeez.
I would have to obtain things. So I'd be like, I would go to like Ross. I'd be like, I think I need another pair of shoes. I need another, like what really, like part of this maybe OCD is buying bags. Like the guys in Five Iron would just be like, why do you have so many bags? And I'd be like, I don't know. Scratching myself. Have
This
you
bag
seen
is
how
for
many
my shoes.
zippers are
This
in
bag
here?
is for my computer. This bag is for my clothes.
But it's not like it's not a material thing. It's more like a prepare for shit to go wrong, because you're talking to somebody who has hitchhiked in Mexico. It's my dad, who will never hear this, but like growing up with my dad, plus my folks being divorced and like going in between them, and my mom is like severely OCD. Not severely, she's functional. But like we'd move every year because we'd move into some apartment on like an introductory rate, and then they'd raise the rent. And so my mom would be like, all right, peace out. And when we moved, her parents were hoarders. So she had this neurosis about keeping things. So if you didn't use it, it was gone. If you had a toy and you left it out, she would put it in a trash bag, and that trash bag would be out for a couple hours. And then if you didn't retrieve it, it was gone. Gone. Yeah. So we just learned, like, you got to save the things you need, because otherwise mom's going to throw it out. And then with my dad, it was always just like, what's going to happen? Do I need a coat? Do I need to bring a coat? Do I need a winter coat for this? Should I have a sleeping bag? Should I have... Like, how shitty is this going to get?
I could see how that could trigger stuff.
So me being on tour was a lot of just hoarding shit that I probably already had at home. Not hoarding because I'm like materialistic, but like I may need this. I may need a whistle at some point.
A rape whistle.
I may need a rape whistle. I may need this.
So is that what it was?
I went on tour once with a cello.
I know. I remember that. I was with you. I know. We were with each other.
The people in the band were just like, Reese, where the fuck are you going to put that? And I was like, don't worry about it, man. I'm going to sleep with it.
I remember I'd like walk into like the back room, and you'd be back there like practicing a cello. And I'm like, man, that guy, I'm like, geez, I want to like hang out with Reese. I want him to like be around. I want to like go goof around with him and stuff. And like people said, it's something you turn on. Like, I've seen that side of you. You turn on the goofy Reese Roper, and you like, you play that part. And then when that spotlight's not on, that ain't you. I've seen that. And
it is me though. Like you talking to me though, Joe, this is me. This is me. But also me is like this fear that like shit is going to happen and I got to be ready for it.
I'm just saying the
look,
cello.
Dude, here goes. I'm going to show you my bag right now.
Okay. This is going to be like opening Al Capone's vault. We're going to see what is in Reese's bag right now. This will be interesting. Let's see, he's getting it. Getting it.
Okay, you're still there?
Still getting it. I don't know where he is. Oh, here he is.
Joe?
Yeah.
You there?
Yep.
Oh, no. I unplugged myself.
Oh.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Look. So I have this bag,
Yep.
which I got. It's a camera bag.
Okay.
Some of it has been depleted. I had a spare pair of in-ear monitors. I've got like 52 masks in here.
Okay.
A pair of earplugs. Alcohol wipes.
Yep.
It's been unpacked. So normally if I'm going to go out, it's got more shit in here. But this is the pack. This is the pack that goes on the thing that goes around your waist.
Okay.
Then on the other side, okay, I've taken things out. I usually have in this part a spare battery for my phone.
Okay.
There is, okay, here's this thing that I used to warm up with. It's like the muzzle thing that I wear. I have my own microphone.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. This is, it's just packed in my bag. My bag, I'm not going anywhere. It's in there. Okay. It's getting worse. Wet wipes.
Yeah, but wet wipes are a good call.
Earplugs.
Okay.
More earplugs. These are the wax silicone earplugs that I have to sleep with.
Okay.
But that's just the first one. There's probably 3 more in there. This thing. Look at this, dude.
Oh,
These are
like cables.
Okay, so
to anything
Yes.
you could ever need to plug in.
So this is a travel pack. I've got USB-C cables, the old Android cables, iPhone cables, 2 car chargers, more earplugs, an audio cable, another iPhone cable that's 10 feet, and then 4 things that plug into the wall to
Cubes.
plug in your phone or whatever.
Yeah, my kids call those cubes.
Cubes. This headband from Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Karate Kid.
just in case I need a disguise. This package. Fake mustaches.
Okay, good.
Then this sewing kit, which somehow they always let me through security on the plane. It's got a pair of collapsible scissors. Another pair of scissors they let me through.
Oh.
I had spirit gum to put on the mustaches.
Oh.
They don't pull that. They've never pulled it. And I did have super glue in there.
Jeez.
And there is this sewing kit.
How much sewing
This
are you
one
doing
and
on tour?
another one. Right. No, I'm not. This is a problem, man. I've got a problem. Just in case. I have done it. I have used it. Not to give myself stitches, although I have given myself stitches. I got problems. This thing. This. A fucking hammock.
Oh my gosh.
Just in case I get caught in the airport, I can string it between two chairs, 2 of those bench chairs, and sleep. Okay. Do I need to keep going?
Yeah.
I have so much shit. This is not even packed. This is just like, I'm going to leave that in there for next time.
I think you'd be proud of me if we went through my bag. I think we might do this. We'll go through my bag too.
Okay. Tylenol.
Okay.
Gum.
Okay.
Another thing of wax earplugs. Ibuprofen. Tums. Liquid bandage. An inhaler. Business cards.
From Mount Vernon.
I don't know if you can see this, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sharpies.
Sharpies. Yep.
A thing to hold on your sunglasses in case you go surfing. This thing. It is a thing you can take apart, and it has screwdriver bits in it. Every kind of screwdriver bit. Just in case. Okay, another pocket. Splenda. Band-Aid. Vitamin C. Lactaid. Salt and pepper. And salt and pepper shaker.
Pepper and salt and
NyQuil.
pepper shaker.
NyQuil, in case I forget my regular medicine and I have to go to sleep. Okay, then there's this pocket. Laundry bag. Swimsuit. Regular swimsuit. Speedo. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
This is a regular backpack. Okay, keep going. Gauze. Like a roll of gauze in case somebody gets hurt. Medical tape. More NyQuil. More NyQuil.
Dayquil.
NyQuil, Dayquil, and I think that is sinus medication. Band-Aids. Copious amounts of Band-Aids. More NyQuil, more Dayquil. And those are prescription level lidocaine patches. Then in here, normally my computer goes.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything in there. In this part, there is like it's like a rain poncho that goes over your bag in case it rains. That's my bag unpacked. I also have a jacket that holds a water bottle and can hold your iPad. And in the collar has a blow up thing so you can sleep.
Oh my god.
And it's got built-in gloves. It's like made for traveling. It's like James Bond shit.
That's hilarious. I want you to respect my prepared game. I'm going to go through my bag.
Okay.
All right. So I have 3 pockets on mine. Mind you, I have the JanSport. This is the JanSport that I had in 1996.
Wow.
I still use it today. All right.
Okay.
So I have my wallet that I keep in here. I have a bunch of singles. I don't know why I have a bunch of singles. I have...
Just in case you go to a strip club.
Yeah. I have the keys to my friend's camper in my bag. I have chapstick. I have a bottle opener. I have...
right.
Look at this thing. This removes ticks.
Oh,
So if you get
that's cool.
tick, I have a thumb drive. I have a Fitbit wrist fob thing.
Okay.
A towel for cleaning my glasses. Guitar and bass picks, and another thumb drive. That's my small pocket. So nothing too crazy in there, but pretty much prepared to do what I need to do.
Uh-huh.
My middle pocket. Tums. Big old thing of Tums. Phone charger. Car charger. Alcohol wipes. You're gonna like this one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Plenty.
It's for making balloon animals.
Yes. Yes. And then my big pouch is I have a Stop the Bleed kit. I have tourniquets, gauze, clotting stuff, lots of Band-Aids, that. So, and I take this everywhere with me. It's always
You do.
with me. I take it everywhere. I call it
But
my
this is like a bug out bag, like in case something happens. But you take it everywhere.
Yeah, I take this everywhere. So whenever I leave the house, I have this. I throw it in my bag. It goes to work with me. It goes to, if I go to a friend's house, it's in the car.
Huh.
What wasn't in that front there that's usually always with me is Pepto-Bismol tablets and Gas-X. That's two main things that are missing. I have an overdose kit.
Wow.
So I have
Is
Narcan.
Narcan in there?
Yeah.
Are you
So
kidding?
I have a Narcan
Do
kit.
they get? It's from the roofing company. They give you that?
Yeah. I have
Wow.
a drug testing kit. So I have a field test kit to test for different drugs. I have wet wipes.
Oh my gosh.
I have a winter hat. And I've had that in there all summer.
Oh my gosh.
I have mechanics gloves. I have Oakley sunglasses and a backup pair of reading glasses, my trifocals, my progressives.
Wow.
And
Wow.
And last but not least, I always carry with me a Bluetooth speaker.
Smart.
So that's everything that I carry with me daily in my bag.
See, this is just you daily. All those things are smart, Joe. My thing is neurosis. Like on tour, I couldn't enjoy myself unless I had prepared for all these contingencies.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our game of what's in Reese's bag. What's Reese's bag, baby? And then we can have like a picture of Mike Myers as Austin Powers.
Exactly. Perfect.
It's what's Reese's bag, baby? I don't know. I forget how he talked.
You know what's making me anxious right now is I had a power inverter that is missing from there, like the thing you plug into a cigarette lighter and it lets you plug in a laptop. I have one of those that goes in my backpack.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And so this comes from like your dad saying, Reese, I'm coming to pick you up on Friday. And then you just not knowing what adventure. So like in your head, you weren't just going to his house. It could be you went motorcycling through the Rockies or you went cliff diving in Cancun.
Yes.
Well, then I could see
Yes.
that. I could see that. I think my girls are going to be the same because being divorced and they have to go back and forth from my house and their mother's house. They have this thing. They have these things that they call ditty bags, and so they're ditty bags. They unroll like it kind of looks like a little purse, and it unsnaps and unrolls, and it's all their medications, all their lotions, all their toothbrush, everything like that.
And
So
they just travel back and forth with that.
yeah, exactly. Like there's certain things
That's
like
nice.
yeah, there's certain things that like maybe they have a deodorant here and a deodorant like at their mom's house. So there's certain things that if it's cheap enough, you just buy two of them. There's some there, there's some stuff here. But they take this ditty bag that has like hairbrushes and vitamins or their medications, stuff like that. it all goes in this ditty bag. And I believe that probably for the rest of their lives, they are always going to feel like they need some sort of ditty bag that they're constantly taking with them. It is probably something that gets instilled in kids of divorce, that you kind of have this preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. That's hilariously nuts.
We need to have an episode where I just talk about the insanity that is Mike Roper. I love my dad. I don't want to come across as like saying anything defamatory about my dad. However, I've seen some shit.
Well, we could talk about that in a humorous style, not in a heavy condemning style.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I love this about my dad. It's just maybe I have some things to unpack with my therapist about why I always. The other things, I have like a fire starter. I have like a flint striker that goes in my coat that I fly with.
Yeah. I want one of those too.
I just like maybe and we would go on tour and I would spend a lot of time just being like, do I need a French press just in case we get stuck and I can't have coffee? Like that would occupy my brain instead of, hey man, you should go check out this neighborhood or get a girlfriend.
Or stop touching yourself.
That would be nice.
Yes.
It was there was a lot of that. If we're gonna pick my main hobby, it was too much of that.
That's great. Oh my gosh!
What are all these wadded up socks in the back of Reese's bunk?
Man, jeez, crunchy.
Oh man.
Well, paid people, we are bringing this to an end here. It is 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, in Detroit, in the Midwest, and in Virginia. Are you in Virginia or West Virginia?
Virginia. Western Virginia.
Okay. So now I'm back to being confused again. You're in the west part of Virginia. You're not in West Virginia. Okay.
I'm one county away from West Virginia.
Okay.
Depending on where you are. Like, yeah, I'm one county away. If I lived in the county to the north of us, they touch it.
Okay. Just touch it.
And they are touched by West Virginians often.
Oh, I like it.
Oh.
I like it.
You are correct, sir.
You are correct, sir. So, paid people, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. You got to see what was in Reese's bag. You got to see 95% of what was in my bag. And I don't know. What did we talk? We talked hobbies. We didn't talk about fart games.
No, that's going to have to be another episode.
No, I think we should do. We're going to end it with this, because we can't. I mean, I'm guessing we're going to talk
fart games.
Did you?
We could go for hours about this, Joe.
So we're saving it for the next time. We'll save it for the next time. I was getting excited. We'll save it for the next one. And so you guys, thank you for tuning in. We continue to thank you for the support, everything like that, especially as we're getting back and schedules are getting back and things are getting crazy with kids and all these different things. And Reese is going to be fighting kids and I can't wait to hear those stories, man. Can't wait for this time next week. You're going to be fresh meat in that place, and they're going to try and test you.
Can't wait.
They're going to be like, look at that guy.
Wait.
That dude's arms go down to mid-shin. That guy's arms go down to mid-shin, and they're going to have their day. Their day. I was going to say their way with you, but that's not what I meant.
They're going to be like, long arms, have you have you come out yet? Does anybody know you're gay yet? That's what it's going to be like. I'm like,
no.
lots of people suspect it, but no,
You're
not
like,
yet.
I think I like girls. They're like, yeah, you think,
think I-
dummy.
yeah.
They're like, you go sit down over there. We're going to go do this over
You
here.
are a girl. Yeah.
I'm not a girl. I'm not a girl. They're like, what did you say? Shut up. Some 13-year-old kid's talking to you like that.
That is how they talk.
All right, you guys, it is
gonna
after
be great.
10. We need to get to bed because we have real jobs. I'm a roofer, and Reese is a juvenile gladiator. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Thanks, guys. We love you. We'll see you.
Love you guys.
Peace!